Ever since childhood, Lucas had been captivated by colors. While other kids played soccer in the dusty fields, Lucas sat on a rock, sketching the sunset. Every shade of orange, red, and purple fascinated him. He believed that the sky was God's canvas, and he was simply trying to copy its beauty. But his classmates mocked him. "Why are you always drawing, Lucas? You think you'll be famous one day." The words stung, but he kept going. Deep inside, he knew art wasn't just a hobby, it was his way of breathing. At home, things weren't much easier. His father worked long hours at a factory and valued stability above all else. "Art won't put food on the table," he often said. "You need a real job, something solid." Lucas nodded quietly, but in his heart, he whispered to himself, "One day, they'll understand." As Lucas grew older, responsibility pushed him into the same factory where his father worked. The job was exhausting: loud machines, endless shifts, the smell of metal and oil everywhere. The days blurred into each other like copies of the same grey painting. One afternoon during a lunch break, Jean, an older co-worker with kind eyes, noticed Lucas staring blankly out the window. "You don't belong here, do you?" Jean asked with a half smile. Lucas forced a laugh. "I don't know. I have dreams, but they're not realistic." Jean leaned closer and whispered, "Realistic? That's just a word people use when they've stopped believing." Those words struck him like lightning. Lucas carried them home, thinking about them every night. Lucas' grandmother was one of the few who believed in him. She would often tell him, "Lucas, your gift is a candle. Don't let the world blow it out. The world needs your light." But she wasn't alone. His little sister Emma, only 15, discovered his hidden sketches one evening. She pulled the pile of drawings from under his bed, flipping through them with wide eyes. "Lucas, these are incredible. Why are you hiding them?" He shrugged, ashamed. "Because nobody takes me seriously." Emma hugged the papers to her chest. "Then I take you seriously. Promise me you'll never give up, okay?" That promise, silent but powerful, became fuel for his tired heart. Months later, a poster appeared at the bus stop. "Regional Art Contest, Young Talents Wanted." Lucas stared at it for days before daring to apply. But as the contest approached, his doubts grew heavier. What if my art isn't good enough? What if they laugh at me? What if at night he would sit staring at his blank canvas, hands trembling? But each time he thought about quitting, he remembered Jean's voice, his grandmother's wisdom, and Emma's shining eyes. Slowly, stroke by stroke, he painted. His final piece showed a bird in a cage, staring at the open sky beyond the bars. For Lucas, it wasn't just a painting, it was his soul on canvas. The exhibition hall was massive. Bright lights reflected off the polished floors. Dozens of young artists displayed their work, some abstract, some vibrant, some nearly perfect. Lucas felt like a tiny candle among blazing torches. He set his painting on the wall and stood beside it, heart pounding. People strolled by, some glancing at his piece, others pausing longer. Each pause felt like oxygen. And then it happened. An elderly woman stopped in front of his painting. She stared for a long moment, her eyes filling with tears. Finally, she turned to Lucas. "Young man, my husband passed away last year. Since then, I've felt trapped inside my own sadness, like I'm living in a cage. Your painting, it's as if you painted my heart." "Thank you." Lucas felt tears prick his own eyes. For the first time, he understood. Art had the power to heal a stranger's soul. The beginning of a new path. Lucas didn't win the contest. The prize went to another artist. But something unexpected happened. A small local gallery owner approached him. "Your work has something rare emotion. Would you consider exhibiting with us?" Lucas couldn't believe it. It wasn't money, it wasn't fame, but it was a door. And sometimes one door is all you need. He continued working at the factory to survive, but his nights were now alive with brushes and colors. He began selling a few paintings. His confidence grew with each one. Soon, he was invited to teach a workshop for children at a community center, standing before those bright young faces, watching them create with joy. Lucas realized something. "I never want to hide my light again." Lucas' journey teaches us this. Buried dreams never die. They wait for the courage to bring them back to life. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. True success is not fame or wealth. It is the impact we leave on the hearts of others. Lucas didn't just become an artist. He became a symbol of hope for his family, his community, and everyone who had ever been told their dreams were unrealistic. This was a motivational story brought to you by Motivoons, your daily source of inspiration and strength. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so this light can shine in all of us.